Hello and welcome to yet another one of Marquis' completely family-friendly toy reviews, honest. Yes. So, we are talking today about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Kraang, the new Kraang figure, which is quite interesting for me. As a kid, I was never able to get Kraang figure for myself. I begged and scraped for my parents to get me one. Every time we went shopping, I would scour the town aisle just to try and find this elusive Kraang figure. Never could. Years later, I got him finally off of eBay. So yeah, at least I found satisfaction, but now I can finally actually buy one in store. Is it worth it? Let's find out. Alright, so let's talk about, first of all, the packaging. I really like the new packaging for turtle figures. It's very simple. You remember from my last review me telling you that I hate overly fancy packaging that makes you feel horrible for ripping it apart. This one is quite alright. Very striking. You got the Turtles logo. It's really basic, but the colors work. It's purple, green, very colorful, gets your attention right away. You have, of course, the 4 turtles right there on the package. Kraang, along with a bit of a description right there. Bonus, this is a multilingual package. We are here in Canada, so that's a luxury we have. Basically, we have here Kraang's description in English, French, and Spanish. I don't speak much Spanish, unfortunately, but the one that's the most interesting is the French one, because it says basically that this guy comes from Dimension X. Yep, Dimension X is mentioned on the French description. Same thing at the back. You have the character card right there. Again, it's in the 3 languages, English, French, and Spanish. Again, in the French section of it, they do mention Dimension X. I don't know if this is a spoiler or anything, or if they just got their info off the old series. I would think that Dimension X hopefully will make an appearance in the new series, so that's something to look forward to. And again, at the back of the package here we have the other figures, which you kids can pester your parents to get. Is it worth pestering though? That's what we're about to find out. So let's just get this guy open, and I'll be right back with you in a moment. Ah! Okay, so here we have it, the Kraang. It's endoskeleton type thing body, and also little guns that came with it. All in all, yeah, it's a good thing I put that butcher knife away, because I'm kind of sort of disappointed with this guy. Well, I should precise, not with this guy himself, because in my opinion this is the actual figure. All of the rest of these are accessories, the guns and the body itself. A little guy is great. I love this little alien brain. Makes for a nice finger puppet. It's hollow, so let's just get him close to camera. There we go. So it's a nice little Kraang figure. Very, very cool. You can squish him. You can just have him crawl around like in the show. So it's pretty cool. The level of detail in this guy is way better than on the old Kraang, so that's at least something. The body itself, though, man, I spent 5 minutes playing with him just now as I unpacked it. It looks great. Let's start with positive. It looked great. So just let me get this close to camera here. You can see just a little amount of details that they put on it. There's a little red hearts on the hands there. I don't know what they are. Maybe electronic displays or something. You have more red bits just there on the chest. You've got pink bits running all over. I don't know if these are supposed to be power conduits, wires, or the tentacles of this guy, which it shouldn't be because his tentacles aren't that long. But still, it's nice to imagine that they have super long tentacles running all around, making his body move around. It's all cool, whatever, just use your imagination. My main gripe with this guy, and oh my god, okay, now I've just displaced him to get him close to the camera, and oh, he stands still. Awesome. I've just spent that 5 minutes I spent playing with this guy was actually spent trying to get him to stand. So there we have it. At least now he stands. I'm not even trying to put these into his hands for fear of ruining his balance and having me fall over. That's how precarious he is. He feels very flimsy too. These legs, they're not all that good in terms of place. So if you're a little bit rough on your toys, this might very well snap in your hands. Kids, take note of that. If ever you get this figure, be very careful because this is not a very durable toy. Heck, it's not even a very fun toy for that matter. It pains me to say because this is a great looking toy. Just look at that face. Just look again at the amount of detail they put into this. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but there's a silver paint wash all over it just to make it seem like it's been used, like it's been through battles. That's insanely cool, but the toy itself is just not that very fun to play with. It's posed in this permanent semi-walk posture. I don't exactly know how to call it. Some have said he's moonwalking. Maybe that's what he's doing. But yeah, it's not it. And there we go again. Can't stand up. Can't stand up. Are you standing up? Yeah, he's standing up, but you have to put him in a precise position. You have to pose the legs just precisely so he can stand. And the littlest motion you do will send him down. There we go. So, yeah, all in all, I'm really torn. I feel horrible about giving this guy a bad review, but I really have no choice. The main body, which I assume is what you really pay for when I want a package, they tell you, here we go, they tell you that this guy has a removable brain accessory. No, that's not true at all. I prefer to consider that this little guy is the figure. This brain is worth your money more than this body ever will. Again, it's good looking. I really enjoy the paintwork they did on it. The sculpt isn't bad. Articulation, well, it kind of sucks really. There's no elbow articulation right there. Just the shoulder. It's a ball joint, but it's very limited. Head, ball joint again. The head actually works really well, so at least there's that. The legs, very, very poorly articulated. Even if they were, the sculpt just doesn't allow for a very good range of movement. So, yeah, the robot, it's kind of a waste. But this guy is great. This is the Kraang I've been waiting for a long, long time. And I know a lot of people have done this. I'm going to try it right now. That's the old Kraang, along with the brain figure itself. And supposedly you can cram this guy into the old robot body, so let's try that. Yeah, it seems to work. I'll just have to squish the legs a little bit. And here we go. And there we have it. It's not perfect, but it works. Let me show you guys just up close. Here we are. He's all cozy in his new home. He's got actual tentacles this time, as opposed to this guy who has tentacles, but they're just off on the side. Just like get in the camera. Here we go. You see a bit of him just there. Tentacles off the side, but this guy is really looking as if he's working the controls in his little robot body. So, all in all, yeah, very, very sad about this guy because even at the back, look at that detail. Very, very nice figure, but completely wasted in terms of play potential, which is too bad. So, does this guy make the cut? Unfortunately, he doesn't. And I'm not even laughing at my own really, really bad joke this time because it's just that much of a waste. So yeah. See you next time. I'm just gonna go crawl in a corner and die now.